By mid-November, Winston was beginning to regret his decision to take over the Grammy Awards. The British television producer, best known in the US for turning James Corden's Carpool Karaoke series into a viral sensation, had happily agreed more than a year earlier to assume control of music's biggest awards show from Ken Ehrlich, who'd overseen it since 1980 to a mix of praise and criticism. But that was before COVID-19 upended the music industry, not to mention the business of live TV events, just weeks after Ehrlich's farewell edition of the ceremony in late January 2020. Months into planning his much-hyped debut, the 63rd Grammy Awards, following a postponement from January, will finally air Sunday night on CBS. Winston, 39, was feeling bogged down by the endless logistical demands of working in a pandemic he'd never anticipated. How are we gonna afford this? Make this? Do this? The executive producer recalled thinking of the show set to feature about 24 performances by the likes of Taylor Swift, BTS, Cardi B, Harry Styles, Billie Eilish, Lil Baby and Dua Lipa. If you'd asked me then if I was glad I took the job, I would have said, you know what? Back to you, Ken, 41 years is what we need. He laughed. Now, if you're asking me today, I'm delighted I'm doing it, he said this week, grinning brightly in a video call from his office at the Television City complex in LA's Fairfax District. We're on the edge of making something really different and unusual. And I actually like the challenge of it. Just then Winston's phone chimed with an incoming text message. He looked down worriedly. Every time I get the ding, my heart drops. What's gone wrong? He said. But everything's cool. That was from the manager of an artist. Mini crisis averted. Though it will be built as always around performances and awards bestowed by the Recording Academy, Beyoncé leads nominations with 9, followed by Swift, Lipa and Roddy Ricch with 6 apiece. This year's Grammys telecast won't look much like the celebrations of the past few decades. Instead of playing out before an audience of thousands inside the Staples Center, the show will take place on a set of 5 small stages arranged in a circle at the Elle Convention Center. In an effort to minimize backstage interactions, many artists have been pre-recording their performances this week, though Winston, without specifying, says some will happen live on Sunday. And rather than having megastar presenters handing gold statues to megastar musicians, as the producer put it, more than half of the night's awards will be presented by personnel from a few of the many clubs and venues that have struggled during the pandemic, including the Apollo Theater in New York and LA's Troubadour and Hotel Cafe.